In this quick video, we're going to review and talk about single-phase power that you see in most residential homes. The voltage supplied to residents is 240 volts, single-phase, 60 hertz. The breaker panel is supplied with two hot legs and a neutral from the transformer on the street. That neutral is also bounded to ground in most cases. Hot legs are black and red, and neutral is white. Circuits from one hot leg to another will provide 240 volts. Neutral is not used when wiring 240 volts. So here's an example of the breaker panel and the service supplied to most residential and light commercial structures. You have 23,000 volts on the street. Okay, it's a single wire. There is a neutral, which is also basically a ground on the pole. That 23,000 volts comes into a transformer on the top of the pole. It's lowered to 240 volts, L1 to L2, but there's a center tap of that transformer which is neutral, also ground. Okay, so from any L1 or L2 to the neutral is 120 volts. Your breakers in the breaker panel are on two rows. One row connects to L1, the other row connects to L2. The double pole breakers that you see for 240 volt appliances are actually connected to L1 and L2. Examples of the 240 volt loads in most residents would be dryers, stoves, air conditioning condensing units, air handlers, and some window air conditioners. 120 volt single phase circuit is from one hot leg to neutral. Okay, this is used for household outlets, lighting, etc. So again, if we have a single pole breaker, it's connecting to L1, and in most cases it's now pulling 120 volts. Used to be a little bit lower, 115, but we don't see that often anymore. When we connect to L2, okay, we also have 120 volts because it's L2 to neutral. Double pole breakers are connected both to L1 and L2, and they provide us with 230, 240 volts. So this is a detailed drawing of a residential distribution panel, otherwise known as a breaker panel. A double pole breaker locks into both bus bars. It provides 240 volt circuit to equipment such as air conditioners, electrical furnaces, electric water heaters, electric range, and dryers. Okay, this is a residential panel. Notice the ground bar and the neutral bar. And then there's also some different arrangements of breaker panels, different ways things snap into them. But the 240 volt single phase residential light commercial circuit is going to be the one you deal with most often. In our next video, we're going to talk about the breaker panels and the disconnects.